Our spiritual lesson this week is K is for karma. And karma is one of those very simple things that has caused me to be more infuriated than almost anything else I've encountered in spirituality. And I want to tell you about Jane. And Jane came back from a visit to her sister, and she was almost blind because someone told her she had to go blind as karma for seeing something bad in a previous lifetime. And I'll share with you my opinion about that at the end of this video. Karma is very simple. It's causation, cause and effect, period. If you're interested in learning how to master this powerful tool, then stay tuned. Because once you master this simple tool, this simple concept, creating a happy, thriving life is right around the corner. Hi, I'm T.S. Hall, the Stoic medium, and I train old souls, empaths, and highly sensitive people how to develop their psychic and healing abilities so they open the spiritual eyes of their soul to learn the language of spirit, the language of energy, the language of vibrations. Once you learn the language of spirit, you can begin to create spiritual solutions to your life's problems. Welcome. We're glad you found us, yet not at all surprised. If what I'm saying rings true, if it feels right, consider joining our YouTube community of like minds and kindred spirits by subscribing to this channel. You'll find a button or a link below me. And again, welcome. A belief in karma and acceptance of karma is one of those things that help prove you are an old soul. Not the street smart old soul, but the spiritually evolved old soul who's been around the block a few times. And karma is causation, cause and effect, plain and simple, period. It applies only in this lifetime. The mischief around karma, though, has been created by human beings wanting to control other human beings through their religious beliefs, their religious dogma. Karma, plus its first cousin, reincarnation, are the imaginations of whoever created a vengeful God. And if you really dig deep into your awareness and into what feels right and what makes sense, vengeful and God don't go in the same sentence. I've never experienced anything in the supernatural realm that's vengeful. Only in the physical, three-dimensional realm does vengefulness come into play. When humanity created God, they created a super weapon to control people, not only in the physical world, but by threatening them in the afterlife. Karma got created as justice, punishment, and an extension of heaven and hell for this very purpose. But it makes no sense whatsoever. Because once you get a true sense, a true essence of God, of divinity, of the spiritual realm, you will see it makes no sense whatsoever, this concept of punishment and justice. Except as we create for ourselves or within the rules of man. I know this is going to step on a lot of toes, but I want to get back to Jane. And remember, Jane was beginning to lose her eyesight because someone told her she had seen something in a previous lifetime. I want you to recall the example I shared in the reincarnation lesson. That you're at a party and your favorite aunt comes up to you and starts to pummel you, starts to beat the crap out of you, and you regather yourself and you ask her, "What's going on?" She goes, "When you were 3 years old, you spilt milk and broke my favorite cup, and I'm punishing you for that." Now that may have been 20, 30, 40 years ago when you were 3 years old, maybe longer. What lesson could you possibly learn by being punished for some milk that spilt decades earlier. That's the same logic that applies to karma. What lesson could Jane learn this lifetime, here and now, to fulfill this life's mission, this life's lessons, by being punished for seeing something in a previous lifetime? Just doesn't work that way. And here's why. Because there's no checklist. There's no one keeping track of the goods and bads, the pluses and minuses, the credits and debits of your actions, besides yourself. So karma is here now, this lifetime, cause and effect, action, reaction, action, result, action, outcome. Good outcomes, good karma. Bad outcomes, bad karma. So that is karma, plain and simple. Next week, we're going to talk about God. And as a independent spiritualist, what's our view and concept of God? And where does it fit in your spiritual growth patterns? In the comments below, share with me your concept of karma. Ask me your questions. Push back against what I've said, and let's have a discussion. Because once you master this simple tool, life becomes quite interesting. Because happiness and thrivingness, because mastering karma is the formula for creating a happy, thriving life. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Share it with other people in your old soul, empath, and highly sensitive person communities. Again, I invite you to subscribe to our channel, join our community of like minds and kindred spirits. And if you'd like to join us for a live Zoom service, get your invite at Spirit360.org. Click the Get Your Invite button, and we will email you instructions how to join us. And as we wrap up, I remind you, spiritual is as spiritual does.